our nation's history. Enjoy our cast of thousands. Well, actually, of billions. Anyway, sit back and relax as we take you on a musical adventure. We hope you enjoy our show.
Oh, I'm so sick. Can you imagine? A fellow in London comes up and offers a free passage to the new world. Land of opportunity. Land of Trinity says, what land? We haven't seen land for the past 3 months. Now, Sam, tell me, who's going to pay for this trip? We've been stuck out on this ocean forever. I'm so sick and hungry.
I know, Dan. Boston's Columbus in 1492. And he never landed in North America. Then North America Vespucci. Imagine if he used to use his last name, we'd be sent to Vespucci land. That didn't sound right to me. I would just be happy to find anything solid.
I know. If only I could see a sign of some sort that we were there.
Dan?
A sign, I tell you, a sign. If only I could see a sign of races of other humans.
Dan?
And I'm so hungry. What? Eating and out of Jamestown, Virginia. We're here, Sam. We made it. Competition.
George Washington.
And I'm Martha Washington. George and I are here to tell you a marvelous story of how our country began. It's a story filled with excitement and drama.
Dreams of Gold, The Clash of Nations.
And best of all, we get to play the Star Girls. Oh, George, I never get tired of this. The bright lights, the photographers, it just makes me want to salute something.
Oh, William! Oh, William! Oh! Eileen Ferguson claimed this land for me and all my Vikings.
Ready? Okay. You might be good at archery. Be ready to attack. 'Cause when you see me coming, you better step back. Give me an L. L. Give me an E. E. Give me an I. I. Give me an F. F. Go Leafs!
Well, we're starting the show here.
I know. I visited America nearly 1,000 years ago. I want some credit for being part of the 13 colonies. I was here first.
No, you weren't.
I wasn't?
Not at all. Native Americans were here hundreds of years before you came. Isn't that right, George?
Oh, sorry. Come on, men, back to Minnesota. Oh, William! Oh!
In fact, let's go to the eastern seaboard to see what's going on with the local tribes.
I see some Iroquois coming our way. And George, they don't look happy. You bet we aren't happy.
Yeah. We're tired of the English, French, and Dutch. They're coming by the shipload. All these
Yes, and what could they possibly want with all the land they keep stealing?
I only know they keep on moving west and stealing our hunting grounds.
And I don't know about the wisdom of our chiefs either.
I was wondering about that too. I just heard that we sold a Long Island and Manhattan for metal pots and a bunch of beads.
Yeah! Our population is going down too. They're bringing us all of those European diseases. You've heard about the measles and mumps, haven't you? Yuck, excuse me. Those measles are really bugging me. We just don't understand. We give them plenty of land, teach them how to plant corn, they get our fur, wood, and gold too. And now they're moving in and taking over everything. Our patience is wearing very thin with these foreigners. We were here first! We've been on this land for hundreds of years. There's nothing that we can. But something is new, the neighborhood's strange. The Europeans are moving in. They closer look at some of these European explorers.
I see a Seminole coming our way. Isn't it exciting?
Programs, get your programs, charts of hidden treasures, guides to the Everglades right here, directions to cities built of gold, maps to the houses of the stars. Programs, get your programs.
Hey, you, wait. I'm Constellio, famous Spanish school.
Welcome. Would you like to buy a map of cities paved with diamonds and rubies?
Do you think I'm some dumb tourist? Get real. Though, you don't happen to have a map to the Fountain of Youth, do you?
Those are very hard to come by. Let me look.
I'm not sure that we should trust this Seminole.
Yeah, we gave him gold and he gave us this map.
But if he really does have a map to the Fountain of Youth, we'll be rich and famous.
You're in luck. I have one left. That will be a pound of gold.
Don't just stand there, pay the man. At last, this has been a very difficult journey. Some people want adventure, while others look for gold. Me who want some water to make me young once more. I drink from every fountain, though I don't have a thirst. And every stream and river, I think I'm gonna burst. Is that something from a swamp? I'll try it. Here's to my new liquid diet. Whoa, whoa. Are my wrinkles disappearing? Is my gray beard turning black? Tell me, boys, I must know the truth. Am I younger? Am I taller? Has my bald spot gone away? Have we found the fountain of youth? I drink from every fountain, though I don't have a thirst. And every stream and river, I think I'm gonna burst. Is that something from a swamp? Let's try it. Here's to our new liquid diet. Gluck, gluck. Are my wrinkles disappearing? Is my gray beard turning black? Tell me, boys, I must know the truth. Am I younger? Am I taller? Has my bald spot gone away? Have we found the fountain of youth? The fountain of youth. The fountain of youth.
Good evening again. My husband George has gotten a splinter from his wooden dentures and is getting his gums massaged. Isn't that remarkable? Now, where were we? Oh yes, the 1600s brought the British to America. You know what that means. Jamestown, John Smith, Pocahontas. You know the story. You've seen the movie. You've bought the product tie-ins. Anyway, life was hard on the first pioneers as they pushed out on the frontier. Let's get up close and personal with some pioneer guys and gals. Tell me, pioneer guys and gals, what is your life like?
There's a party tonight with Cornhusker and Adams. You all coming?
Only if I can get the onion field weeded in time. Stop complaining. I had to plow the north field today. Now that's hot sweaty.
I think you could use a bath.
Nah, we don't pick until Saturday night. You guys have such an easy life. I spent the day with the blacksmith. This apprentice work is much harder than I thought.
You think you have it bad? I still have to learn the silversmithing trade, not being apprenticed to longer years for 7 more years.
Hey, what you do can't be tougher than chasing those Crosby twins and their older siblings around. But at least I get paid a shilling a half to help my mother and father.
I don't feel too sorry for you. I worked at Big Candles in the hot parlor today and didn't get paid for anything. And I need to get back to making gruel for supper.
I guess we'd better get back to work. From sunrise to sunset, that's all we do.
Work, work, work!
Potatoes to feed the sheep. Got no shoes, but I'm
trivia. Time for our theme song by the Name That Colony Singers. Tonight's contestants are Molly and Dolly Smith. Ready, ladies? Here we go. The 13th colony was established in 1732. Which one was it? Idaho? No, ladies. Idaho was not one of the 13 colonies. The 13th colony, established in 1732, is Georgia.
I really love those potatoes.
I'm sure you do, but you have only 2 questions left. So try to concentrate. The first colony to decree religious toleration was
Idaho?
No. Are you sure you understand the premise of our game? Get it? Name that colony? Think of somewhere near the East Coast.
You can't go wrong with a good Idaho potato. Ain't that right, Molly?
Oh, yes. You can mash them, bake them, smear them with a little chocolate and whipped cream on them, and...
Thank you. Answer to our question. The first colony to decree religious tolerance is Maryland. Time for our last question, okay? Okay, here we go. Ready, Molly? Dolly? Name the colony founded as a refuge led by William Penn in Philadelphia, charted in 1682 between New York and Maryland. And ladies, it's not Idaho. Got the answer?
Idaho?
No! Forget it. Start the music.
But don't we get a prize?
to be back. You know, Martha, I always say Madrona audiences are the best in the world.
Oh, absolutely, George. Your smile looks wonderful, George. It's amazing what Hockman can do these days.
I thought I'd introduce you to one of the most famous men of the 18th century. Ben Franklin is perhaps...
Hold it right there, Mr. Washington.
Who are you?
We're the History Police.
The History Police? I don't believe I'm familiar with your organization.
That's right, ma'am. The History Police. We're here to make sure you don't mess around with history. We enforce the facts of history, and we just caught the two of you going pretty fast there a minute ago. Pretty fast. 150 years of American history in 5 minutes. Way over the speed limit. You flew right past the development of the 13 colonies. One minute at the frontier, the next got all 13 fully established.
We only have 25 minutes to get through the...
And now you're suddenly introducing Benjamin Franklin? Have you no respect for the flow of history?
I'm sorry, but...
But we like you. So we're gonna get off the warning. This time. But you better slow down. We won't go easy on you next time.
We're very lucky, George. I had no idea.
Yeah. Oh, here he is now. Ben Franklin. Could you stop for a minute?
Boss, a penny saved is a penny owed.
Sure. But I was wondering if...
Lost time is never found again.
Ben, could you just stop to talk for a minute?
I've got my book about success. I've got my little printing press. I've got poor Rachel's almanac to publish too. My mountains full of loaded right. I've got my string, I've got my kite. I'm sorry, but I've simply got a million things to do. Little strokes fell great oaks. Hey, that's good. I'm a lucky book of famous quotes. I hope somebody here is taking notes. My Franklin stove is really hot. I hope my fire department's not. As postmaster, I've got to see the mail gets through. What's lightning like? What could it be? I know someday I'll find the key. I'm sorry, but I've simply got a million things to do. God helps them that helps themselves. Early to bed, early to rise, makes men healthy, wealthy, and wise. Vessels loads may venture more, but little boats shall keep you ashore. Hey, that's good. You can't think I've time to stop and chat. When I keep coming up with things like that. So off I go to something new. We whiskers have so much to do. I'm sorry, but I've simply got a million things to do. I'm sorry, but I simply got a million things to do. I quit.
I never could keep Ben on that history stuff.
Well, here's real history. Look, George, we have some colonial ladies discussing the French and Indian War.
I'm so upset. My husband Samuel has to go up north to fight in the French and Indian War.
Mine too! Why do the French need more land? They only trap furs on it.
It makes those ridiculous hats.
Kids are much more practical.
Yes, but they make a lot of money from the fur trade. And they like the European products, especially the guns. There's one thing for sure, you won't see those dainty French women in the latest shampoos coming with their families to settle this land.
Right, we've been proved this land. Our fathers, husbands, and our sons have a right to it after us.
My husband says that the land near the Great Lakes is rich in farming and hunting territories, something worth fighting for.
It seems to me it's worth fighting for a religion, too.
Those French are all one religion.
I hear that our neighbor George Washington has been recruited as a general.
They say he's a great military man.
And did you hear that the Iroquois Indians have joined their cause to fight against their neighbors, the Huron tribe?
Yes, it seems they want the French to sell too.
I'll be content to have my husband back. I hate milking cows at 4 a.m.
The French have got to go!
Things are getting exciting now. We're here in Boston in 1773.
Hold it right there.
The history police again.
You're a troublemaker, aren't you, Mr. Washington? Having a little fun with the French Indian War, were we? Well, history is not about fun, Mr. Washington. No sirree. No sirree. Where are the facts, the dates, the family trees? You've got to explain to your audience that after the French were defeated, the British and the colonists were left to struggle for control of the land. Control of the land, Mr. Washington. We're not going to warn you again.
Yes, well, here we are again in Boston on a cold night in December in 1773. The colonists are not happy with British rule.
Cokes, get your Cokes, Pepsi, 7-Up, orange soda.
Wait a minute. I'll take one of those.
Say, you're Samuel Adams.
Yes, I am. This is my cousin John Adams and his wife Abigail. And she's going to know John Quincy Adams soon.
So, you're the Adams family.
Yes, we are. Then where's Uncle Fester?
like you start drinking soda, start drinking tea.
Since the Parliament back in England tried to make us buy all of our tea from just one company, we decided to show the British that they can get away with that.
Can you imagine buying all our tea from just one company? What are they thinking?
That sounds like a monopoly. Are those legal? And British Parliament passed the Sugar Act, taxing our sugar and molasses. That was not very sweet of them.
And then they had the nerve to put taxes on everything we published. They called that the Stamp Act.
We may have tolerated some of that, except back in England, the British Parliament was signing on all of the laws without consulting us.
They don't even have the decency to ask us about our opinions or allow us to send representatives to the British legislature.
We have no voice in the decisions affecting us.
And we've grown tired of all those British taxes, especially since all the money is sent to England. It doesn't stay here in the colonies. Our cry is, no taxation without representation.
So my friends and I, we call ourselves the Sons of Liberty. Well, we had this little tea party. Some of us dressed up as Mohawk Indians and quietly crept aboard British ships docked in the Boston Harbor, carrying all the tea being forced on us.
And in the dark of night, when the British soldiers went looking, we dumped 300 chests filled with British tea into the Boston Harbor.
those British are not letting me happy. On the drums, blow on the trumpets, get out some cups, bring out some crumpets. Here is the tea we should be drinking. 300 chests, see them all sinking. One lump or two, how do you take your tea? Just one way will do at the bottom of the sea. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. Here is here, with this taxation, when we don't have representation. Up the bell, it's time to ring it. Pick up some tea, it's time to sing it. One lump or two, how do you take your tea? Just one way will do at the bottom of the sea. One lump or two, how do you take your tea? Just one way will do at the bottom of the sea. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. Look, George, it's American famous poet Longfellow with the not so famous American Revolution patriot Sybil Ludington. Looks like Longfellow's trying to write a poem.
This is a special moment, Martha. Longfellow's trying to write an epic poem about Sybil.
Okay, that's it. Cuff him.
What do I do now?
What did you do? You skipped the whole beginning of the Revolutionary War.
Here we are in the middle when Connor's fight for freedom from British rule. You can't start in the middle.
Where's your narrative sense? The beginning, the middle, and the end.
And now in 1777, you've got a little-known Revolutionary War patriot, Sybil Ludington, talking to the great American poet Longfellow.
And he wasn't even born until 30 years later. Book of Dano.
But it's dramatic license.
We're revoking that license, mister. But Longfellow's right there talking to Sybil.
But I deserve a little recognition too. I did everything Paul Revere did. But that was in Massachusetts. I rode to warn the militia in New York. Think of how much more dangerous that can be. But shouldn't people know about me too? Not
however, was twice as long as Revere. And I wrote along. He wrote the land laws.
Of course, your name is such an awesome line with it. Think Revere. There are so many possibilities. Career, leader, career, hemisphere.
But I was just a young girl, only 16. That's something, isn't it?
Fourth year, volunteer. Now listen to me. Shall hear from Midnight Riders. Volunteer. Now that is a possibility.
Oh, I'll never be famous.
Your Majesty, we the colonists want freedom and no taxes. Common sense tells us it's not right, or just for a tiny country the size of England to govern a big frontier like the colonies.
We officially declared our freedom from Britain on July 4, 1776. We bravely signed the Declaration of Independence. Live or die, we intend to be free.
I wish nothing but good. However, anyone who does not agree with me is a traitor or a scoundrel. Unless you're a loyalist, I will destroy you!
Want some tea? That's all we patriots will give you.
Search the Boston home for your tea.
We have already captured New York and we have won the battles of Lexington and Bunker Hill. People will soon see that you Americans are back down meek as lambs.
Never. We fight for the greater cause, the freedom of our lands, homes, and families.
And you for the cause of the Boston Massacre. Your soldiers killed colonists who weren't even carrying weapons.
We've been doing fine without you for almost 200 years. We don't need you anymore. We're too small to have things longer. And we declare our independence and we will continue to fight until we are all free of you.
And I, Lafayette, and the French will fight with the Americans. Our navy's at the ready.
We French are still angry at defeating the French and Indian War. We want to see the British go down in defeat.
We're tired of paying your British taxes and having no representation in your parliament.
I want my tea! I know you come into that tea, do you?
He is mad. It's our Revolutionary War. It's independence we're fighting for. We got tired of mad King George's reign. We got common sense from Thomas Paine. It's our Revolutionary War. It's Washington and the Valley Forge. It's a boat across the Delaware. It's a hit and hail, a gunfight there. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's why we want to throw up the crown. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Thomas Jefferson wrote it all down. It's our Revolutionary War. When Benedict Arnold falsely swore. We got Betsy Ross and Lafayette. And the French blockade we won't forget. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's why we want to throw out the crown. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Thomas Jefferson wrote it all down. It's our Revolutionary War. It's independence we're fighting for. We got tired of mad King George's reign. We got common sense from Thomas Paine.
Well, it's all over and the colonists have sent the British packing. I've been elected president. And my first step is to arrest these two history police for being a public nuisance.
I don't really regret that, but one life to lose for my country.
The president isn't going to execute us.
He isn't?
No!
I knew that.
With a solid constitution, the country is off to a flying start. Let's end our review of the 13 colonies with a chat with James Madison, the man behind the Constitution.
You know, I thought the Constitution was perfect, but I gotta admit, the Bill of Rights really does put the right touch to it. So come on, George, Martha, let's do it.
Do what?
Let's boogie with the Bill of Rights.
We got freedom of religion. We can choose how we pray. We got freedom of assembly, so assemble away. Got a trial by a jury. Gotta do it in a hurry. Come on. Boogie with the Bill of Rights. It's the Bill of Rights, so it can't be wrong. We will amend to 10 and then dance along.
all 13 colonies became free and independent states.
But the states know it's freedom. The Articles of Confederation need to be updated. There's no established system of self-defense, trading policies, or federal banking system.
And we need all those things for the unity of all 13 colonies. So delegates met in Philadelphia to fix the Articles of Confederation.
But instead of fixing it, they tossed it out and started over. They met in secret.
Could we do that? What about the media, the cameras, the internet?
Where are those history police when you need them? George, you and the other delegates met in secret because you were afraid that the colonists would not approve the new constitution if they knew how much you and the other delegates were arguing.
We did disagree for many long months, but we learned to compromise too. We called it the Great Compromise.
It wasn't until 1787 that our Constitution was written, and it took 2 more years for all the states to sign it. Our Constitution is now our law and government.
Put it in place for the benefit of you, our posterity.
Now it's up to each of you to keep freedom alive.
And for generations that follow, it's your turn to make the right choices.
As George always said, Madrona audience are the best in the world. We'd like to thank all the many parents who gave their time to help us learn and practice our lines, our dances, and for helping with costumes. We would also like to thank our music teacher, Ms. Tarver, for teaching us the songs. We are also grateful to all of our teachers, Ms. Takayama, Ms. Jutras, Ms. Cardam, Ms. Lerma, Ms. Martin, Ms. McDonald, and Ms. Warman for being amazing teachers and helping us put on this wonderful performance. Lastly, we want to thank all of our parents for coming out tonight to see our show. The students will be exiting down the center aisles during the last song, so please clear the aisles. Please take pictures, then give the students time to return their costumes to the classrooms.
They will return to you in the auditorium shortly. Also, we are thankful to anyone who will be willing to stay and help put away the chairs.
Okay, I just want to say we will be walking down. I've talked to all these children. They know that you would probably like a photo of them in costume. I told them to be kind enough. We will walk out because it's too crowded in here to try to stay. We'll walk down the middle aisle. I will try to hold them outside, so if you'd like a photo, I will tell them to at least find their parent before, get a photo, and then they can come up, they'll change, they'll leave their costume here, and we'll send them back down to you. Thank you so much.